Well,
Then,
well, well. Eh?
then
Yes?
you say you got a party last night. Which party you got last night?
You chatterbox.
Me here say you
Everything you
got a
chat.
party last night. Me here.
But yes, my party last night, I'm in a sick, I'm in a need no Andrews.
I'm
So,
not so sure about that because yeah, it look like it's a shut down to me. You can't go a party the night before you come to work. What kind of thing that?
oh, well, fire me. A long time I look for fire me, so fire me now. Fire me now, no. Fire me if you're bad. Fire me if you're bad. Guys, there was a selectors party and Leo was playing, and then after Leo played, we had another DJ who was on, he played as well. Nice little party. We had real Jamaican food. We had boiled corn. We had we had corn
Oh,
soup.
bean corn them
No,
so big, by
that
the way.
was the man buy good corn.
I saw
And I
some
like
big
a
corn
little,
now.
yes, and I like a
Oh.
little soups. Hey, yeah, with that foreign. So it's not like a little tubes of corn that you've seen at
You
Jamaica.
a
You have this
circle.
sugar and it tough. No,
Yeah,
US circle corn, them usually nice size, but them bigger than that too. But I
yeah.
don't know why we can't grow corn that size in Jamaica. Fruit corn, they
Yeah,
always so
you're
little and
supposed to
tubesy
eat
tubesy.
a belly full of corn and the corn them when we eat down in Jamaica. Then good, them bad. I mean, then good, bad. But it's like it's like as soon as we start eating done,
Michelle, we're on live just in
you know,
case.
you know.
We're streaming.
Michelle, no wake up yet,
Yes,
man. Michelle, no wake up yet.
Michelle, I come in, man. What do you?
I know, come in yet.
Michelle, I come in.
She's still a wake up.
Come
She's still a
in.
wake up.
She go to her wake up.
Michelle said, listen, man, me no party last night, but me got me bed early and me decided to get 12 hours and 12 hours take me past 10 o'clock this morning. That's what it is.
Early, she
Good
said early.
morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Mish. Good to see
Hello,
ya.
Vicky.
Uh,
Nice seeing you.
this is not a mirror, by the way. Okay? It's a camera.
Yo.
Just in case you know. It's not a
And
mirror.
it does and it does just as well, Michelle. So you go and do your thing.
True.
Ooh.
So what you see you see you eat boiled corn, you yam and saltfish.
Roast yam and roast sweet potato. We had roast sweet potato.
Saltfish.
Yes, we had roast sweet potato and saltfish as well. And the soup, it was a corn soup. There was no meat in there.
Did it taste good?
I would have probably added a little, next time around I would have put some pigtail in it. That would have really toned it up.
Remember, we have Michelle on the line. Remember, we have Michelle on the line, okay?
Should I like it, trust me. A little pigtail in there. Must see you for where go on good.
Well, I'm on YouTube, people.
Yeah, I'm up on Facebook, guys. Michael Tomlinson says, morning, folks. Yes, is you. Judes Brown says, hello. Hello, Judes. Sandra Sterling is on. And Sandra says, good morning, beautiful people. Let me tell you guys, I met my Sandy for the first time yesterday evening. It was fabulous. I got the warmest, longest hug ever.
We see two on our dance though.
Yes, and with that, it was just so fabulous to just meet and see these people.
How many know about this event?
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, it was fabulous seeing Betsy and her grandmother is having Patricia, Valerie.
Oh my God.
That lady who had on that outfit that I needed.
What event and a half? How was I not
the white outfit? Maureen.
Because you don't come on the music thing. Platform. You have to go Mighty Enforcers, and then you will see on it that they're having a weekend party. Not too late.
The whole weekend.
And this evening again is another party, and tomorrow. So last night was a white party.
Yeah.
Tonight is semi-formal party.
Tonight is oldest party tonight.
Oh really?
Oh come on, yes.
And then tomorrow, no, I don't remember. Tomorrow.
Well,
I get my coffee this morning. Look.
Well, I guess no invitation for me. But let's talk
but
about
we spoke about it here.
Michael Tomlinson.
Right?
Never hear about it yet. First guy here. First guy hear about it.
You need to come on the show. You need to come on the show. I say you can come have fun with us.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we are hearing you. You're not gonna come
Hearing
here,
you.
go on.
Okay, Michael said good morning, folks. Just said hello. Sandra said good morning, beautiful people.
That's
Sandra
Sandra
said, no
Sandra
pigtail, me
Sterling.
say.
Yes, Sandra Sterling, Sandy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hot Sandra.
Philip
hot
says
Sandra
good
McCalla.
morning. Good morning, folks. Is a guest deputy mayor of guest deputy mayor of deputy CG.
Huh?
Philip is a
Yeah,
deputy mayor of
deputy
Montego
guest
Bay.
deputy mayor.
Montego Bay.
Deputy. Yeah, Montego Bay.
I don't think
Patricia
Michelle
said
awake
good morning,
yet. I don't think
everyone.
Michelle wake up yet.
No, I read what he said, but
No,
obviously
she
I
read
have to
what he
clarify
wrote.
it.
She read what he wrote. You now follow. Oh, you must criticize or you never can read. Read it, Michelle. You can't read and you criticize.
Patricia said good morning, everyone. Happy Sabbath. Paulette said good morning, ladies and Leo. On YouTube, VM said good morning, ladies and Leo. VM said they did talk about the parties, Michelle. I guess I was absent. I don't know. But it's
Thank
fine.
you very much. Thank you
Talk about
so
what?
much. That we spoke about the parties here on the show.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And they were looking forward to meeting all these people who I only see virtually and chit chat with and all of that. Miss Michelle.
It was Molly. Molly's a long time. There's Daniela. We all have a karaoke contest. No, it wasn't a contest. It was a duo.
Yes, we had a duet. Leo, who sang with you, Leo?
Daniela.
Donnella, let me tell you, she is a bomb. She can take her to any karaoke party, and she is going to make sure Una win that. Not Leo. He was backup singer. He was like Daddy's Night and the Pips, where he said, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Since I wasn't there, are we going to spend the whole day talking about a thing I was not invited to?
Michelle, you were invited. You just didn't turn up.
Oh my God. Morning, Michelle. Morning. Oh my God. Morning, Michelle. You wake up now? We have you now. We have you now, right? It's not that to me.
Yeah, she fine, man. She be fine. So Michelle, read the rest of the song for they want to know why I drink so early.
In stock. In stock.
Michelle, why are you freezing?
No, I think I'm here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my computer.
Why don't you
coffee tastes good, this man. A Jamaican mountain peak. I love people. I am fine with you sending me a big container of Jamaica mountain peak. We call it again the instant coffee. I'm fine with it because when we put some condensed milk with it, it really, 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 really tastes good.
Yes, Leo, but you have to clarify that. When you mix it, it don't taste good. When other people mix it, it tastes good because see, the host made coffee for you this morning, and it tastes good. Me too. So please,
yeah, was done already.
No, but I make no waste no money. Send no coffee. Go game fine. Can't mix it. Can't mix it. Tastes bad.
Okay,
that's why he's going on.
Okay, so there was a big event and I did not know about it. Okay, Patricia said, Leo and Dr. Diana, it was great seeing you guys last night. Fun, and no fun. Can't wait for tonight. Michelle, you can still make it. No late invitation. Good said, we need some too.
You didn't say something about Joni. You didn't read Joni.
What Joni said?
Paulette Chambers says, good morning, ladies and Leo. Joni says, good morning, everyone, and my favorites, Michelle, Diana, and she said the other man on the thing.
I didn't see that one. But Nora said, good morning, Leo, Diana, and Michelle.
That's here. Nora Blake, I think it is, right? Nora, good morning.
Hope Maxwell Daly says, good morning. You missed that. Michelle, what's wrong with you? And Paulette asking you,
telling you that Michelle no wake up yet.
So early.
Michelle no wake up yet.
Paulette says, Michelle, what are you drinking so early? You need to answer that.
Exactly.
Oh, lemonade.
Oh,
Raspberry.
I
Pink lemonade.
Raspberry lemonade. I don't drink people.
Raspberry lemonade. A raspberry
I
lemonade.
would not let
gone to
Leo
her head.
lie on me. It's lemonade. I don't drink. Just
Yes,
said somebody
Patricia.
can squeeze some of the coffee for me too if you're coming to foreign.
This morning I was listening to one of them programs, and they say enough Jamaicans I left go UK and Canada and left go foreign. So foreign is America. We never say foreign America. The foreign or foreign. Foreign is not Canada and it's not UK, it's America. So me that foreign.
Hey, then everybody knows say at that for a long time.
Foreign.
Foreign,
Margaret said,
foreign.
good morning, beautiful people. This is on YouTube.
Oh, because
Marvet
Marvet was supposed to be at the show. What's wrong with her?
Yes, she was supposed to be here last night and she not come.
She said she was
then I
going to
text
be
me
here.
this morning and asked me how the party was. I said, no, I'm not telling you anything. I tell you nothing. Just like
Valerie said good morning.
Who, Valerie?
Who, Valerie?
Good morning, Nora. Nora is from the stock exchange. You know,
yeah, don't tell me about it, so I can't stop talking about it. Hush, hush, keep it a big secret.
I'm jealous.
We apologize. The next party is going to be in Jacksonville.
Yes,
Right.
we'll keep it in Jacksonville. Yes, yes.
Next party in Jacksonville. Everybody make a note.
Yeah,
We're
we can
all
come to
moving up
Jacksonville.
Michelle, let's rent a venue so we can have a spot. And we're good.
Anna, why is it that you guys talking,
problem
and you're not talking about the issues on the table this morning? I mean,
All right.
I saw, for example, I don't know if it was
Aliyah, you know, it's Aliyah.
I saw, for example, I don't know if it was a real survey, but it said on Twitter, it said that there was a poll that was done to which minister, which politician in Jamaica do you like least? I think that's the sweetest way to say it. The one that you like least.
So who did that poll?
I was trying to figure it out, but I don't remember the name of the thing. And it came back.
It wasn't Don Anderson. It wasn't a proper poll. It was just somebody asking a question.
I didn't say
Don Anderson. Guy that said always say he's a political commentator. What's his name? O'Brien.
Oh, really? Chang?
Mm-hmm.
And Chang got a 15%. Hold on, there we go. No,
Kevin O'Brien Chang did the poll. And what was the question?
Which politician you hate most or you dislike most?
Oh, dear, you dislike most. So who won?
Andrew Holness.
Oh, no, them can't see behind the nose. It's probably that.
At a whopping 140 something.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Bunting was second. Andrew Holness got 45%, the winner. Mm-hmm. And Bunting was 28%.
Bunting hoping it. Mark Golden?
15%.
Wow. So it's only Holness take it over with 45%.
Yes. I mean, that's a far distance. It's like 17%.
And the next person was
28%.
Wow, that's a whopping beaten. If you get beaten by that, the margin you get a
it's like getting beaten 93%.
Yeah, but he figured out a way to solve. He figured out a way to solve that problem. So what he did, he redid the poll and put multiple PNP and one JLP.
But
we have
did they put names in the first instance?
Yeah, they did. They put two JLP, two PNP.
So they run it back now with more.
Yes. More PNP and one JLP. We haven't seen the results.
That is so skewed. That is not a
good poll at all.
That's not a poll. That
and
is
then they
so
put Lisa in it. And Lisa was like, take me out of it. I'm not going forward anymore.
Yeah. That's really, why don't they just put a poll and be fair and equitable? 3 or just they did it right the first time. 2 of each. That was fair.
But he's always one-sided.
We are going to
always
introduce
one-sided.
we're going to introduce
But
a commentator to this show, you know. A
I think
15-minute commentator.
Yes.
His name is
Let me read some of the comments.
All right.
Yes. Let me see how far you can.
Okay, Paulette said, hello, Paulette Chambers. Hope my sister is watching.
Oh, cool.
Stephorna said, good morning
Welcome,
from Pennsylvania.
sister. So, sister, hold on. So, sister Nana name. Did you read
tell us
Hope
her
Maxwell
sister
Daily
name.
saying good morning? Hope
I didn't
Maxwell
see that
Daily
one
says
for
good
some
morning.
reason. I don't know what's happening. Nora said Kevin O'Brien Chang. Satya
Yes,
said,
yes.
Bessie, it was awesome seeing you. Oh, me love you. It was awesome seeing Leo and meeting everyone else for the first time. Pat and
Oh,
Valerie
God.
and everyone else. I had loads of fun. Them call me soup lady. The soup was awesome. 6 cups. No, so a big event. I never hear about this. Nora said, did the poll. Nora said MHPM. Patricia said, Leo, where you find beach in Atlanta? I love that background. Make me want to go for a swim.
Okay,
Nora
did you read
said,
that? Hold on, Michelle. Staporna Nemhard, who said good morning
Yeah, I
from
did.
Pennsylvania. Okay, good.
Yeah, I did. Nora said Kevin's credibility is at risk now. Was it ever good?
It was it don't mash up now, Nora. Guys, there is no way that you can run a poll. He really did a good poll when he said put those two people up. There's equity and there's fairness in that. But because the results didn't show what you wanted for it to show, you then run it skewed with loading it with one set versus the other. That's really there's no credibility there. That's sad.
Johnny said precisely what I was thinking about that poll / survey, Dr. Diana.
Really skewed.
Paulette said Hope. Paulette said Hope is her name.
Oh, hi, Hope. Welcome, Hope. So good to have you. Hope. We hope that you will join more often, hopefully.
Who is Hope? Who is Hope?
Hope is Paulette's sister.
If you come off your
you don't even know nothing.
Oh, you know,
you don't even know nothing.
Me like she always say nice things about me.
Where's Valerie? I don't see Valerie on.
Valerie don't wake up because she got party too late. She left party late last night.
Oh.
No, man, Valerie Richard, she said good morning. She's on YouTube.
Oh, she's.
Yeah, she said good morning. Nora said,
Sandy, where's my other sister?
Eh?
Where's my other sister? Paulette. Sandy, where's my sister?
Sandy already come in.
Oh, okay.
You never
Sandy,
heard it
I don't think Michelle likes you when you talk about this party here. I don't think
because
she's like.
Because you never invite me. So you guys never invited me. Maybe you talked about it when I wasn't present on the show, but I did not hear about this big event. We don't have soup man and all of these things. I didn't hear about
it. Roast yam and roast potato and roast saltfish.
And tonight we're gonna make fritters.
And the best corn. The best corn ever.
Maybe I was not meant to be there, but it's okay. But Holly never tell me.
Can we go to the issues?
Secret. I saw Leo yesterday morning for breakfast, and Leo said to me he's going to an event in Atlanta.
And he never told. No, that is low. That is low.
You know, like his education.
Look how that try to save our reputation, right? That try to save our reputation, and he come bust you out on TV. I can't believe this. That try to save this man's reputation, you know, of all the things in the world, right? That try to save. Look on her. You don't feel bad. You don't feel bad.
You didn't want me there.
You don't feel bad. You don't feel bad, Michelle. My God.
You didn't want me there, so it's clear.
Okay? You're supposed to do when they got them, they don't get them when they got they will shame you out in a public. You know, look how we are a saver, reputation.
You see how Michelle skirt on it the whole time? She's a real liar, you know. I can give you time to confess your sins. And you're not
give me rope.
Listen, I am keeping her secret. You tell me, say, no, tell nobody, you know. I say, all right, no problem.
Give up. Hey, yourself, Leo.
Nora said, what do you expect after the man got the cholera land? Nora said he cannot expect us to
hold on. That cholera land, I don't go to that place, let me tell you. There's a piece of land in Kingston that was a cholera cemetery for hundreds, about 100 years. And there was an attempt some years ago for somebody to put a car park on it, and it was beat down. No, they wouldn't get the approval for it. And then now, next thing I know, is a big pharmacy with Wendy's on it and all kind of things over on
Where's that? Where's that?
Right opposite the Canadian embassy. So the Canadian embassy, and when you look across from it on at the intersection of Waterloo and West Kings House Road.
I know
and
where that
right
is
there
now.
you have this
They have a big pharmacy there. They have a big pharmacy there.
Yes, it's that man pharmacy. Now me tell you, me not go over there, not in my knowledge, knowing say that is what you do with your ancestors.
It's a fantastic. It's not even. It's not even the what you do with your ancestry. But are we sure that cholera is not gonna come back up there? I'm just
it probably come as all kind of things. But I say, what do we do with our ancestors knowingly? And that is what kills me. I cannot knowingly know that this land is. Yes, and everybody does. You know, sometimes I lament Jamaica because there's so many things that we just brush aside. They brush aside it using some juvenile language like bad mind. They brush aside by saying a bad mind. Everything is a bad mind, and it connotes and some kind of emotions within people to just dismiss things. So when people do bad things and do wrong things, they come out there and say, "Oh, it's bad mind." Make them talking about it. It's not bad mind. It's because it's not right. And there is that need for us to be able to make that distinction between what is wrong, what is not right. It cannot.
Well, when the value system drops in our country, and any country, when the whole thing about our values and our morals fall, everything goes out of whack. And that's what happened, because everything becomes money, everything becomes what I can get, and when everything becomes about the economics of everything. Who cares about our ancestry? Who cares that we could have turned that into
exposed ourselves to cholera?
Exactly.
Or some other disease.
Who cares?
No,
right?
It only matters from certain, and you talk about economics and social, looking at values relative to economics. It's not even an economics that is equitable across the board. Right, it is economics and social advancement for some. For the minority.
For the 1%. Yeah.
For the minority. And then now when little people, the majority, speak up about it, you hear it's bad mind.
Yeah.
Bad mind. Ridiculous.
So I didn't know that. I know that spot. I didn't know that spot was a cholera ground.
Yes.
It means that
cholera ground. From me, I grow a little bikini. You know, say that at the cholera ground.
People, what that means, it means that during the period that we had the outbreak of cholera, does it mean that we buried a lot of people?
Mass burial
ground. That we could use as a learning experience, as a learning tool, if we make it into a
research
across from Pegasus there, that Emancipation Park.
A monument, yes.
A monument, because it's a learning tool. Color is a big thing. When that break out, and it kill enough.
Yeah, but
never mind, Michelle. Go on with there.
Yeah, my question is, did they relocate the bodies or no?
Come on.
They should. Aren't they required
the remains.
The remains.
They're not going to pick up the bodies there because nobody knows whether or not the color of that.
They never do nothing. They never move nothing.
They don't move nothing. They never touch nothing. They just come over.
They just dig up, plant them foundation and build them property on it. That is just so
sad.
Pathetic. Unfortunate. And this is the disrespect that we show for that we're saying to our children it's okay not to respect anything. There is no respect.
One of the things that I know though is that we only recently started recapturing our past. We're doing a pretty good job of it now. I went to a tacky what do you call it, tacky day in St. Mary. For years, everybody knew about tacky, but nobody recognized tacky as they do with Nanny, because those two were the warriors of the 18th century, and then all of a sudden we now start to look at how we can can display these kind of olden days fabric, those cornerstones of our country. And we need to do better than that. This cholera thing was something that we should have done. This is a learning experience, because we knew what cholera did. We knew what polio did to our country. My daddy walked with a drop foot. Walk with a drop foot.
Somebody must be shooting me in the foot. Oh, you know, it's a polo.
Hey, listen. Me, my mother told me it's a cholera.
A polio. You told me. It's a polo. About cholera.
A polio in and that was the remnants of
it
evidenced itself like that.
Yeah.
Okay, some of the comments before they get out of hand.
Out of hand.
Nora said, "What do you expect after the?" I read that he cannot. Nora said he cannot expect us to have his commentaries, take his commentary seriously from here on. Never did. Nora said Fontana. Johnny said,
"That's a pharmacy."
Wow.
Yes, that's a pharmacy.
Yeah, well, this is what happens when people do not know the history and their landmarks. Oh my God, Dr. Diana, what is wrong with these people? Nonsensical processing uncontaminated.
The thing though is that they knew about it.
They
knew about it. Yes.
But it was an issue
again,
when it wasn't the 1%. It was an issue. When it wasn't the 1% trying for the land.
Right. When it wasn't the 1%, it was a big issue.
Everything.
Yes. Glover. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Nora said integrity is non-existent in the bad man culture being foisted on US. Actually, everything a bad man.
On us, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lloyd said, let them continue disrespecting green card resident and US citizen. We cut off the foreign exchange remittance to Jamaica and see if it doesn't do for the economy.
You can't touch that.
No.
You can't go so with that.
Don't miss a chang. No bother cut off it because people like me would have dead. So me will get me little money to go market.
I send my basket go give Diane every month. My basket go to Diane every month, so she can't.
But I quite agree with Lloyd that there is a scant disregard. It's not even scant. It's an open disrespect and disregard for U.S. residents, for people in the diaspora, and which is why I'm going to reread that article as it was recited in the Gleaner, where the deputy mayor of Montego Bay, who is coming on this morning to clarify his statement, it better come good, because I'm going to reread it for everybody who in foreign who never hear it, and everybody in Jamaica who would never read it. It is important. Lloyd, we're going back to that because
what exactly did Lloyd say?
Let them continue to disrespect green card, resident, and US citizens. We cut off the foreign exchange remittance to Jamaica and see if it doesn't cripple the economy.
But what was he responding to? What was he responding to?
Him talking about the heading where we're having Deputy Mayor.
Okay.
Look, I got.
Okay, let me read out the comment.
I thought you read something that he was responding to something that we said.
No, Lord is speaking his mind. Yes, Lord, I agree with you. Judes Brown said, so we now can determine what that Duppy have no powers. we don't know.
There's a song. Ever hear the Duppy song? Let me
read YouTube. No, not yet. Let me read the YouTube comments because I get behind. Okay. Then I can't sing a Duppy song. No, sing a Duppy song at your party tonight. Nobody know I'm hearing. Sing it right at that party.
All right.
Barry said, the day I in a kitchen with Sandy, I make breakfast. Barry said, a great night last night, Michelle. Never mind. I'm going to make sure you get a special invitation to the next one. Barry said, true DDS about the burial ground. I think I'm caught up now. Nora said, man was just a look for space in the limelight, entertainment value for politicians.
I love the
deputy mayor. No, it can't. No, and I say to Nora, I hope that there is no truth in what you have said, because for any person representing the mass of people to think that they just need a little limelight and they can trod on the credibility, the history of the country, as he has done, he can disrespect the people in the diaspora, persons who continue to uphold the economy. If he thinks that that is his way to get into the limelight, then something is wrong with him. Something is very wrong with him. But I'm waiting for him to come to tell me.
You know, I remember earlier last month when there was an announcement that our history was about to be disrespected in terms of the festival song competition. You remember that? I mean, on our 60th birthday.
Because we wasn't going to get no festival song.
We were like, and you know, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When we let me here to throw my growing up on you guys now. But when we were growing up, the festival songs were played for about 2 months. And we got to learn all of them. We got to hear them on the radio every day. The 10 of them are playing back on another. And we are supposed to make a decision close to the end of July which song we know. But we will love off the water already by the time the end of July come. And so I don't remember hearing the festival songs this time around.
You gone all the way around this or no?
No, I'm saying that we are accustomed to cutting off our past. We cut off our past to suit some kind of financial present. And because we were about to cut off our festival song for the 60th anniversary.
Oh, but you're talking about what this man says. So may I try to figure out if he has said.
No, you're talking about we cut off with past. Why is it that you don't understand what me I said?
Because we don't know where analogy comes from.
It's just so circuitous.
I don't use a big word on the no, use a big word on the show.
Okay.
So Rony.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Johnny said the folks who eat from the fast food restaurant on the land. Actually, then I think that is spicy up. Wow. There's ignorance. Those who eat from the restaurants on that land. And total irreverent for the greedy folks. Oh, only look at profit. Not sure you was even afraid to walk past cemetery. Not sure.
It's swell. You ever have a swell like that, Michelle? You ever? Yes? Yeah. The swell, head swell big so. Big.
Oh my God.
You need to have a head swell, man. Jesus. I don't go cross street.
Nora said, oh, he must be Darth, as Harold Brady would have told another JLP comrade.
Daft.
Johnny said precisely, I'm hearing
Hold on. Who is Harold?
Harold Brady. Harold Brady used to be an attorney, and he used to be a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. I think there was some falling out with him some years ago. He was a senior. He was a really good attorney, but I think he fell out with his profession as well.
But you know something, Montego Bay seems to have a track.
No, this Harold Brady is not from Montego Bay.
Oh, no. I'm going to tell you something now, because I remember in 2016, there was a mayor who went on stage and took the black. No, he took the yellow. He took the yellow out, or the. How did it go? The yellow and the black and leave the green? Something like that. Or was it a PNP party? I don't remember. And he took the green out. It was the PNP party and he took the green out. But it was Montego Bay. Took the green out of the flag.
Well, all kind of things happen in Montego Bay.
Interesting.
It's like Diane's shirt right now. It has the green, gold, and black on it. Then he would take the green out and leave the black and the gold.
Okay.
Yes.
Nora said, Phelps and Phillips. Lonnie said, good morning, my friends. Can't stay with you today as I have a funeral. Oh no. Nora said, Harold advised PM Bruce to lobby U.S. government against Dudu's extradition.
Oh,
Mark
yes.
said,
But
leave Montego Bay alone. Montego Bay is a highlight today. If you didn't know, the deputy mayor is on. So, Mobe on the spotlight today.
Montego Bay used to be very and I'm sure it still is, the nicest city in the island. You know, only two we had. But it was a nicer one. The nicer of the two.
It still is.
It still is?
It still is. To me,
I don't venture
far. I don't venture far.
It was a capital of fun. It was a capital of life outside of Kingston. And we didn't have to, we could walk down what they call Jimmy Cliff Street
You still
there,
can.
and hold and hug up and kiss up and things. That could have done that once upon a time easily.
You still can, and people still do it. You just might hear a gunshot where you have to duck. People still do it.
Just might hear a gunshot. I heard from the
Barry said he tried to take the green out of the flag.
Who did it?
The mayor, whoever in
It
the
was the
top.
mayor, right? It was the mayor. I know it was something like that. He was taking the green.
North said when Darrell tried to set up Harold to take the rap, he said, "Of Darrell, you must be a daft." Mark said, "Home of the great Cornwall College." Lorna said, "Leo, please review and give me the true story of the removal of the green from the flag."
No, you what you say. Say it again.
He said, "Give a review of the removal of the green from the flag." I guess you wanted to research it and let her know.
We want to.
I remember it. So back
up,
it
was a big thing.
I remember it. It was a big thing.
It was a big thing.
Yeah, it wasn't so long ago though. Wasn't
yeah,
it?
It was. Yeah, that's why I thought it was a JLP. But
yeah,
he went on stage.
The mayor was.
And the flag was behind him, and he says, "Remove the black, remove the green."
The green. The
yes.
green.
Yeah.
I remember that incident. But Valda said he wanted to put in orange.
Okay, see,
Valda said instead of the green.
Yeah, it was very, very recent. Very, very recent.
No,
yeah, it was. So I remember that incident.
All right, guys. Let me get into my news reading. I have read no news. Allow me to read the news that I came here with.
Which is 10:30 time. We spent 10:30.
Jamaicans.
You just text.
I am going to read the news.
Yes, go ahead.
The news today: Jamaicans celebrate 60 years of independence across Canada. Let us celebrate our friends. On August 6th, Jamaica's 60th anniversary, landmarks across Canada illuminated in black, green, and gold in celebration of the island's independence Diamond Jubilee. And it went on. So I want to just recognize the Canadian folks and their celebration. Next news.
Well, I'm only there because Canada, it was built that on the side, the Niagara Falls on the side of Canada, they were supposed to light up the Niagara Falls in green, gold, and black, Jamaican black. And they had over 30,000 Jamaicans went there as the announcement was made earlier that they're going to do the independence of Jamaica. And when they got there, the flag of some other country with green, red, and black. I don't remember which country it was. Zambia. I think it was Zambia. So something like that, right? And all these Jamaicans showed up ready for the green, gold, and black, and saw green, yellow, green, gold, green, red, and black, and it was a disappointment. So that was a damper in the Canadian celebration, a big damper because people were looking forward to it.
However, there were others that were illuminated correctly, including the Mississauga Clock Tower, the Vancouver City Hall, the Burrund Street Bridge in Vancouver, the Ottawa sign at Byward Market, Edmonton's High Level Bridge, and Halifax City Hall. So there were some that they got right.
That is very good. I like that. I like that comeback. I really love that comeback because that would have been a damper. But they don't know say we name Jamaicans, and if we do something bad, we will do something good. They don't realize. So
and also, in addition, the Bob Marley One Love experience in Toronto has now been extended until September 25th. And I'm going to Canada, so I'm going to see that. So Marley fans can see never before seen photographs and memorabilia and immerse themselves in a journey through his life, passions, influence, and enduring legacy. Imagine that. Imagine that they are celebrating in this serious way. Anyway, so it is. We in Jamaica will catch up one of these days soon. But celebrating our friends over in Canada, how they're marking and celebrating Jamaica 60th. The other news. I was trying to find foreign news, because it's a long time I don't read no foreign news.
Sorry.
Finnish Prime Minister reveals she has taken drug test. Is what you're doing with her? She was shown partying with celebrities, and now she have to take drug tests. What's wrong with her now? So
yeah, because they say she not fit. Like, people can be so hard on politicians. She's a young girl, despite being a politician, doing a great job. She can party, have fun. So they say she normal. Like, really? Cause she party?
Look at our own Lisa. Lisa used to step on the beach all the time. And so, you know, I don't think anybody had a problem with that.
But we're Jamaica, we're different.
Yeah, politicians are human. They just, whatever.
Okay, what else is going on?
I was trying to find something in England. What's happening in England? Cheney versus Trump. Cheney lost her thing to represent the party.
Okay, while they look for what's happening in England.
Donald Trump says
Sean said, good morning, Uncle Leo.
Okay, go ahead.
Valda said the Eiffel Tower had it too. You're hearing me?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Yeah. Valda said, where will this be? Sylvanus on Facebook said, blessings everyone. Althea said, good morning, team.
Okay. So Cheney had to concede that she was defeated in her thing in Wyoming. However, her concession speech had all the trappings of a presidential bid announcement. There were American flags, hay bales, majestic mountains, and a stunning sunset. The small crowd was a bit of a problem, but the scene was perfect. It just lacked the announcement. So there is speculation that she will run in 2024. But I don't know, is it practical for her to expect that she's going to beat Donald Trump?
I don't know, it's good for her. And I like how she's showing the party what you do when you lose an election. You congratulate the other party and you move on. So she's setting the tone of what it should be. Not this, let's recount and all these unnecessary things. And I think she's still going to be a thorn in the Republican Party. But good for her. Sad she lost, but I see more coming from her. It's not the end of her. And just said the Eiffel Tower was a fake news.
It did look good though, even though it was fake.
You see a little out of the phone.
You think she should join the Democratic Party, or the Democratic Party should find some role for her?
I think she serves better with the Republican Party.
I was trying to get the mayor, but he's not answering, and he just texted me a while ago. But he
if she goes to the Democrat, she will go away. She needs to stay with her party and fix it. Because there's a lot like her, because she wasn't the only one that lost.
Okay.
So they can bring back what's needed for the Republican. She needs to stay where she is. The Democrat go join her, because she can't just switch over now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be hard, but I don't know.
I was trying to get the deputy mayor, but he texted me a while ago, saying
to say what?
He asked me if I heard from his colleague, Mr. Hewitt. But I have not heard from Mr. Hewitt, and he's not.
So who is Mr. Hewitt? He's coming on the show too?
I guess that's probably what he's saying. I'm not so sure.
Well, Leo, that's all Valda said. We're in Toronto. It's a Bob Marley show.
I'm sorry?
Oh, let me see.
Valda said we're in Toronto. It's a Bob Marley show.
Okay.
In Toronto. I don't know. We just have to look it up.
He has to be on with somebody else?
Oh, no. It's so funny. Somebody say he's not coming on because he record. Oh my God.
No, that's not nice. He's coming on. He's coming to face the music.
I think so. I didn't get the feeling that he's not coming on, because he was a brave soul when I talked to him. Yes, they was very, very brave, and said that he's willing to come on and clarify everything. So If he doesn't come on, then you know I have to.
What time is he expecting? Just so I can get my
The time must pass 15 minutes ago. He should have been on here.
Oh.
He should have been here at 9:30, at 10:30.
I'm trying to find where they. Okay, all right.
He's not responding. So
he probably watching the show. I say, nah. Which would be a bad idea. I would have come to that position.
Anyway,
I just wondered, you know.
It is what it is.
So there's a big event coming up tonight. It's my grandson's birthday, by the way. His name is Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
not birthday greeting times now. It's not birthday. That is at the end of the show.
And then in New York tonight, the grand gala for the CG is here. It's 320.
What's CG?
Consul General of New York.
So what is it? What are they having?
It's $325 per person. It's sold out. It's Jamaica's 60th grand gala in New York.
What is the proceeds in aid of?
Who cares? It's a grand gala.
It matters to me. They're collecting $325 per plate at some place, and they're going to collect a lot of that because you say it's sold out. I take it's more than 10 people. So what is the proceeds in aid of? I want to know.
So let me read it. The official Jamaica 60 Diamond Jubilee Gala will be held today in New York, the 60th anniversary of independence. The gala follows a week of independence celebration across Jamaica, which included grand military displays, speeches from dignitaries, theatrics, and thousands of costume performers, fireworks and gospel concerts, and all of that good stuff. The event, which seeks to bolster pride and community among the Jamaican diaspora, will feature notable guest speakers like Eric Adams. That's Mayor Eric Adams, and he's going to deliver the keynote speech. And the theme is reigniting a nation for greatness. Another important attendees will include Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, Jamaica's Minister of Foreign Affairs. The gala will offer a means for attendees in the New York City area to contribute to important causes. All right? Expect all proceeds to go toward fulfilling charitable goals, purchasing 6 dialysis machines worth $240,000, funding 6 scholarships for Jamaican students to gain tertiary education, supply the Rosetown Foundation, which facilitates development programs and provide interventions for violence-prone youth, and financing health centers that seek to reduce high incidences of communicable diseases. So it's going towards a good cause, or some good cause.
Well, so it seems, and I must confess that when you said that,
I heard
I was going there. I had to laugh to myself and it came out, so I might as well confess my thoughts. And I said, "Oh, it's probably to help pay the bill." But I'm happy that you continued with the list of. I'm happy that you continue with the list of things. No, there is a need for some accountability and monitoring of the spending. So if they made X amount of money, how much go to Rosetown? How much go to this? How much go to that? Then the diaspora people.
Nothing was mentioned there of repaying a bill.
Yes, but I was happy to hear that.
So are you thinking that the bill should be repaid?
Not by me, but it's already been paid by me.
Right,
the bill has already been paid by me.
Okay.
All right, paid by me, $40 million. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. So, Mr. Leo, let me ask a very direct question. I'm your audience. We have posted Deputy Mayor Richard Vernon joins us to clarify his statement. I want to read the statement for the benefit of those persons who have not heard it. So I am back to August 12th, and it's the Gleaner report. And the story says, Mobay Deputy Mayor calls Jamaican expats cowards. And it's a Western Bureau report. Montego Bay Deputy Mayor Richard Vernon has taken a swipe at Jamaican expatriates who seek greener pastures at the expense of developing their homeland. Now, that is wrong. Vernon insisted that patriotic youths should stay in Jamaica and build their country. Unquote, only cowards run away to go to America because they are seeking out opportunity. Opportunities are there overseas, but do not run away and leave your country, especially leaving indefinitely. And you don't want to contribute to the further development of your country, says Vernon. You same ones, and he continues, you same ones who are saying that the country is not going on with anything. What are you doing to develop your own country? They made the sacrifice in America and all the first world countries so they can live the life that they can live the life you admire. So do the same for your country and your parish. The deputy mayor made the remarks Thursday while addressing the New Fortress Energy Foundation annual back to school fair, where 300 students received $10,000 in vouchers, supplies, and tablets. It is broadly accepted that nearly 3 million Jamaicans live beyond the island shores, many of whom keep families back home afloat with remitted funds. And this is comment. This is not him saying anything. Net remittance inflows in 2021 totaled $3.39 billion, an increase of 20% on 2020. And this is a result from the Economic and Social Survey shows. So I'm going to write it down. A 20.7% increase in contributions over 2020. His comments came 2 days after reports that higher teacher migration rates could result in some schools being abandoned because of high attrition. Me no really go read no more. We can stop right there, so we can pause on that. So this is the premise, folks, on which we invited and Leo reached out to the deputy mayor to come and clarify, particularly for the diaspora and even for those like me who live in Jamaica.
I did not reach out to him.
They have to clarify that.
I mean, I have to clarify this, okay? I did not reach out to the mayor. He reached out to me. He
reached out.
Yes.
So the deputy mayor reached out and said, yeah, we'll come on the show and come clarify himself.
Yes.
So what he reached out to you now and said?
Okay, so let me see if I can recreate what he said.
No, we don't want to know what he said.
No.
What he said
if he wants to be here to clarify,
okay.
Come on, clarify. Don't recreate anything.
We're not clarifying nothing.
What do you want to clarify?
No, you can't speak for him.
What
do you want to clarify?
I just want to hear what did he write to you just now. We just want to know what he write.
Okay, what he just wrote to me. He wrote to me to ask me if his colleague, Mr. Hewitt, did Mr. Hewitt call me?
Okay, so Mr. Hewitt must was going to call it to tell you say now come. All right, fine. So
is that what it was?
Me no know.
How are you? Did Mr. Hewitt speak with you? No.
Well, Mr. Hewitt never speak and we move on. And you can't
we're not going to move on. I think we have to address this. This is not on us because I didn't reach out to him, right? He reached out to us. And I want I really want to ask some serious questions of him if he's listening. And he needs to
No, but when we go out, so we can't answer.
No, he is listening. He is listening. And if he didn't come to the show at 9:30 that he's supposed to come to the show, then he must be listening and he must know why he didn't come. And why he sent me a message saying that did Mr. Hewitt reach out to me. We talked several times up to last night. He sent me let me tell you what he sent me. He sent me his bio. Let me tell you what his bio reads.
We don't want to hear no bio. Leo, no bio. Leo, we don't
okay, no, I'm just saying to you, I have to clear this up because I don't want anybody to think that we are saying things that are not so. I want them to know. He sent me his bio. His bio says, my name is Richard Vernon. I am going to read it, so stop it. I'm going to read it. My name is Richard Vernon, Deputy Mayor of Montego Bay, businessman. I am 32 years old, past student of Rossies High, and a graduate student of UWI. I don't know what SALISE means, where I specialize in development studies, governments,
UIC,
and public policy. I am passionate about youth upliftment, community transformation, and local governance. I am currently the chairman of the Municipal Corporation Infrastructure and Traffic Management Committee.
You don't have to.
And I am reading it. Just allow me, please.
Yes, but
and he says he went to Albion Primary School, and he's a board member of the Western Regional Health Authority in St. James Library Service. He also says, I am a Kiwanian and a sponsor of the Montego Bay Boys and Girls Club. And my vision is to realize the development of Montego Bay and Jamaica through freedom. I read that because I want everybody to know that I have been in communication with the deputy mayor, and he is the one who reached out to me because he wants to clarify what his thoughts were. We spoke up to 12 o'clock last night, and he sent me this to announce that we are going to be on the air, He did not tell me that Evan Hewitt was going to be on the air. He told me that he was going to be here. So I'm not so sure what he meant by that. But I want to ask some questions of him because I know that he's listening. I know you're listening, Mr. Deputy Mayor. You can be sure that you said in a statement that we can be sure that my comments, that your comments are not political leverage. He said that in a statement in the news. And I want to know, what does he mean by his statements are not for political leverage? Because to me, you are speaking as a politician. So everything that comes out of your mouth, you're supposed to know that it is political leverage. You don't just say that diaspora members are cowards without wanting to gain either political leverage, right? Or you're seeking to get your name in the paper, so that people can talk because you get more leverage. I need you to answer that question. You also said only cowards run away to America because they are seeking out opportunities. Opportunities are there overseas, but do not run away and leave your country, especially leaving indefinitely.
Could I say something?
Who the hell are you to tell people that they cannot leave Jamaica or they are cowards? Who are you,
okay, could I
Mr.
Say,
Stop that. Who are you,
Leo,
Mr. Deputy Mayor, to come and tell people in the diaspora that they cannot leave the country? Do you understand that you want to block $3.3 billion of foreign exchange to our country? Do you want to tell me you want to block housing development and industrial development in your country from people who are in the diaspora and helping them one another? Do you want to tell me also that you want to stop philanthropic work that is going on, that's $10 million a year to Jamaica? Is that what you want, Mr. Deputy Mayor? Answer those questions. You guys can speak now.
Okay, so since I could speak, I don't appreciate what's happening now. He's not here to defend himself. There's nothing he could ask right now where he could answer. So my suggestion is he's not here. Let it go, not focus on him and move on. Because right now you're upset, I get it, because it kind of insulting for what he did. But we have to be the mature one. He's not here, he can't answer anything, makes no sense to be beating. And just move on. If he wants to come on and clarify another day, he can, but he's not here. Let's move on. Not focus on him. That's my suggestion.
I appreciate your comments, Michelle. I appreciate the comments, Michelle. I am the one who's hold on. I am the one who advertised this across social media.
No, it's not you, Leo. It's us. It's not.
Yes, I am the one who did that.
No,
okay, so he needs to be able to answer those questions.
If I might speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand, Leo, that you are that we are disappointed we're all disappointed
Yeah,
that
we are
he has not
disappointed, but I don't like the
turned
way
up.
it's going. So
And
I'm going
yes,
to
we're
go
no,
today.
no, we can't do
Okay.
that. We are disappointed that he hasn't turned up. But we have to just manage the situation a little bit better. I understand that we do have these needs,
Yeah.
these questions that we would want for him to have clarified had he showed up, but he didn't show up. So let us just simply move on, and when he comes back on, he would have had sufficient time to, when he comes on, not even back, but when he comes on, he would have had sufficient time to review the questions that we have we have posed, that we have posed, and it's not a you thing, Leo, it's a we have advertised. We apologize to the audience because we have a no-show, but so it is, for whatever reasons. It might be that there is some serious and dire incident
If
in
then
Montego
you
Bay,
would have
and he
said
has been
yes.
he's been distracted by that.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason it is, let us move on. So
Yeah,
guys, we're sorry
and
that
it
we didn't
speaks
have
for
that.
him. We don't even have to
Yes,
say.
yes, we don't have to
We
say
don't have to
no
say
more
anything
about
because
it,
it
Leo.
speaks to him. He made a statement. He's not here. It speaks to
Yes.
him. We can move
And he
on.
had a grand
No
opportunity
need
to
to
address the
attack and take it
diaspora. Such a
personal.
significant number of persons on the platform, persons all over would have seen the spread. I shared it on my Facebook. I've shared it as well. And so to a lot of persons. But we apologize. He's not here. And it's not our problem. Let's move on to the next thing. So we spoke about Liz Cheney losing her thing, and she shouldn't become a Republican according to the majority feeling here. Um, I don't know. School opening back, we have a brain drain situation. A number of educators are not present within the system, but then a lot of educators are not present within the system because they the rewards, the compensation is just not reasonable enough for them to meet their standards. So we've had inflation of whatever rate. There's some suggestion that the inflation rate is not as high as we see in the supermarkets, or as not high as we see on our JPS and our water or utility bills. But in fair term, we can't ask a teacher. You know, sometimes I'm sick of these phones. You're not talking to them and them telling you that them don't understand this. I'm not talking to my phone. These smartphones getting to me.
All right, so you're talking about the teachers, the 1,200 teachers that we lost for this year.
Yes, yes. But I'm saying that
400 of them come America.
We have lost them because the conditions
so.
under which they're being employed or their compensation, they can't survive, which is why we lose them. How do we address that? How do we compensate our educators, our nurses, and our police officers so that they stay in our country?
And the police officers?
Yes, each year they lose about 400 police officers within the Caribbean
you're saying
region
that there's a
foreign.
migration of police officers also. I thought you're saying that the teachers, the police officers cause the teachers to leave.
Well, probably the lack of police officer cause the teacher them to leave. The lack of police and security and that sense as we see with that confidence.
So there are two thoughts to that. Because in Florida we have a shortage of 8,000 teachers. 8,000 teachers.
8,000 teachers?
Yes. Left the profession. They didn't leave the state. They didn't migrate. They just left the profession. Right? If they migrated to another state, then that's another. I don't know what the percentage is. But for the most part, teachers left the profession. Some took early retirement and all of that good stuff. No. In Jamaica, the amount of teachers that I have talked to, they didn't leave Jamaica because they're leaving the profession. They leave Jamaica because they are cowards. Okay? They want to come for a better life, a foreign, and for UK and Canada, and for the Middle East, because there are opportunities that are better paid than what it is. And they are leaving because teachers are being attacked these days. The JTC bill that's coming out to threaten somebody with a PhD to go to prison and lose them things. Those are the things why they're leaving. The JTC bill is coming down hard on teachers. People are coming down hard on teachers. You have to be licensed or you have to pay this. Teachers are getting a beating out there and they're getting less paid than every other profession, and they are the most important persons in our professions. Teachers make presidents, teachers make prime ministers, teachers make doctors, and they are less paid than all of those. But then yet, they're still coming at them saying that they want them to put them to prison. That is foolishness. Absolute foolishness. That's why teachers are leaving. And I'm telling you this, that if teachers in Jamaica get the chance to leave this country, they are. Because they're not getting enough paid. That's
so
it.
Let me ask you, Leo, should a lot of people look at the teacher loss, and if we look at the data, it suggests that we're losing between 350 to 1,000 of our 25,000 teachers a year since 2000. So we're looking within that region. We're losing 350 to 1,000 of our 25,000. Should we blame
those are 25,000 is just the JTA registered?
Yes. So should we look at it that the problem is really the recruitment drives by overseas agencies from the UK and the US?
I don't think so.
But why should we not blame them too?
Because when you talk to teachers, they'll tell you how much they love Jamaica and they love the people they want to teach. They love it bad. They are being treated incorrectly, unfairly, right now. We have never lost so many teachers in one go round. Never in our history. Teachers in Jamaica, they love them picnic in the classroom like their own picnic. Me not ask that. Me know. They truly do. And it's not the pay alone. It's the unfair treatment that they're getting. That's why they're leaving. It's not pandemic.
So how do we become a competitive country again? If the data is correct and it tells me that we have 207 math experts and we lost 111 of them.
And that's the fear. System. That is a huge fear.
How do we grow the country? How do we ensure the education of the nation? What is the next? Is it now for us to move our education, our training system online and focus on offering online opportunities so we can have the experts external to Jamaica support
I don't think that's going to go in there. Listen, I am talking quite frankly, okay? I don't really care if anybody mad at me or get vexed with me, but I think that our teachers are being unfairly treated, right? I don't believe that you can go online because we're not.
Just pause. I don't know that anybody's going to.
We don't have the infrastructure
with you because wait. Because you say that teachers are being treated unfairly. As an educator, I'm happy to hear you say that. And I don't know that there's anybody in virtual space or Michelle is going to be upset because you say that teachers are being treated unfairly.
We care about everybody else outside.
And you know that is the kind of disrespect that we cannot take.
I don't give a rat's cross about whether or not you bex or she bex.
You know, this is the kind of attitude, this is the kind of abuse why teachers leave this.
That is exactly right. Yes. Listen, it's not just teachers, the 25,000 teachers that are leaving. We have hundreds of teachers at the early childhood.
Michelle has a joke.
What kind of joke, Michelle? At this time when we use the bex.
I don't know if you're going to get it.
At this time when we use the bex, Michelle have joke.
Yes, I have to calm
Michelle
down.
has a joke, and I'm going to read a piece
when it said what to do with the teachers, when it said what to do with the teachers is to go online. So yesterday I was driving, right? And for the construction,
you had breakfast with me yesterday morning. Tell the people them you couldn't be driving.
Yeah, I did. No, man, after when I was heading home, I was driving on the highway. You know, usually have the men working. I didn't see any men working, but you know what I saw working? A little robot, like doing the work of the, like what the men usually do. I saw a robot doing it. So when you said the teachers, I was thinking, you know what, get some robot.
Let me tell you, let me tell you, Michelle, that is quite funny. But here the funny part: we're going to get the robot and we're going to dismantle them and sell them as scrap metal.
No, we already have them. To be honest with you, Tesla just released yesterday robots that are human being like.
Oh, really?
Tesla. Yes. Okay.
And that's where we're going. I was surprised to see the robot doing everything.
Yeah, I don't think Ben is gonna be alive when they take over the world, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to be alive when robots are running things. I mean, it's bad enough I'm having this conversation and my phone is telling me that it don't understand. I ain't talking to no damn phone.
Are we getting any comments?
Okay, we're getting comments. So I'm going to bypass the comments cursing.
No, don't bypass any
Nobody was cursing. Nobody was
cursing. Say anything, but they said, Mark said, all right, Leo, calm down before you get a stroke.
I will get a stroke.
Paulette said, I agree with Michelle. Let's move on. Johnny said, his no-show speaks volumes. Majority said, he don't come on. He's a coward. Mark said, people get quietly frustrated and leave because they are getting paid in money that can
you
buy
miss hold
stuff.
on, Michelle. You miss one where Mark says that a deputy mayor is a knucklehead. I like it, so that is how you should read that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Johnny said, long and short, he's ignorant and speaks before thinking. Who cares about his bio? Paulette said, Leah, what's the point of the bio? He needs to come on the show.
Now come.
Philip said, we have robots in some hospitals here between the pharmacy and the floors. You know, true, a robot did a surgery on me. Yeah.
That's been done a long time.
So who you sue?
That's like that's 20 years. That's 20 years.
The doctor,
who do you sue?
20 years. Yeah, it was like about 10 years ago. A robot did a surgery on me.
Yeah.
Then Leo, how you know? Say robot did a surgery on Michelle.
No, they told me. They told me.
Mike's wife is a nurse.
Oh, that doesn't.
Okay.
They told me before I did it, because I had to sign the waivers and everything, and they show you what the robot is going to do, so that the doctor manipulate and do everything. Yeah. Them
administer the laser treatment and the cutting. Yeah. All of that stuff.
And when you have to go into smaller organs, so it was better to use a robot than have the doctor use it.
Okay.
Valerie says, thank you, Leo. He obviously is not aware. Pauline said, please don't get down to this coward's level. Valerie said, teachers are underpaid all over. Being treated with respect makes a whole lot of difference for some who loves the profession. VM said, V. Heslop said, Leo, please calm down a bit. That's how we have to do it, we have to balance him out, There you go.
Yeah, so we're still on to the teachers who are leaving, and it's very sad.
Johnny's thing. Shouldn't the brain drain mean an internal assessment and the analysis to determine what is causing the migration? Love does not mean you walk away from using upper sources that drained and certified you. And how about addressing the real problems? Revamp the infrastructure and reorganize the system to create discipline, motivation for teachers, prospective teachers, student learners, parents, communities, and government sectors. The whole setup needs to be reviewed.
Oh, good comment.
Quite agreed. Yes. Mark says,
Horace Ward on YouTube said, we want the female. We want the female. We can't force him to be here. So let's move on.
Says the problem is the Jamaican dollar, which pays teachers and others can't buy many of the things people need.
Keep missing some? I don't know.
Okay. But I like Johnny's comment.
Our teachers are very, and we're not losing teachers who are just the ones who are members of the Jamaica Teachers Association. We have a lot of teachers at the early childhood level who are not JTA has 25,000 teachers, members organization. So that's what they're counting. We have a total of about 43,000 teachers in the system, and they're leaving, and they're not being counted. Okay, so we have a lot of people that we're losing from the industry. We have a lot of people who are not members of JTA, and they're teachers. And so we need to find ways how to balance teachers' salary and fairness with how we treat them, because they really do love their jobs. Teaching once upon a time used to be, when I went to teachers college, it was because I never see myself getting anywhere else. Yes? And so I never taught. So when I came out, I went into a different industry, because that's not where I wanted to go, but it was an opportunity to leave and go into another area. People stay in the industry because they love what they do. I don't know if you guys talk to these teachers. These teachers are very serious about their classroom and their students. Very, very serious. That's why they leave the country and go to a conference to learn more about how to bring this back. You think if they never care about them kids, they run off. But they got conference and go back home. It's really a serious thing. And so it's important.
Somebody made a comment, and I don't remember who it was whose comment says that we use all these resources to train these teachers and they should stay or give back. But I want to clarify that you have a number of these institutions that prepare teachers, and it's not at the expense of the public purse. And even teachers who are prepared at the expense of the public purse is not fully, they're not fully supported. They still have to go to the Student Loan Bureau and borrow money. They still have to find other money to subsidize what subsidy they get. So you have some group of teachers who join the profession without any obligation to government because they have attended private teacher training institutions. You have others who have benefited from the public purse, but there is none that have benefited 100%. So yes, they can always pay back whatever they owe to the Student Loan Bureau. And if they're bonded for a year or two, then you just do the year or two bonding and be gone.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I just want to point out that they are at liberty to go.
You also mentioned something about brain drain, right?
Yes.
Brain drain is, I don't buy into brain drain. Once upon a time I did, but I don't buy into it.
What do you mean that you don't buy into it?
Because you know, when teachers leave or people leave our island, they leave to better themselves, and when they come, they're giving back to the country. When they leave, they're opening opportunities for other new people to come into the system and be good at what they're doing. And so yes, they may be young, but they're also extending their training to students at the level that they're doing. So their opportunities are being opened up in every way that we can. So I don't buy into brain drain. I really buy into opportunities being open for other people, and that's how I see it. Well, yeah, we lost a good teacher, but we are opening a door for somebody new to come in and be good at what they do, and we're holding them. And that's how I see it.
But Leo, if we have 210 math experts,
that's different,
and 100 leaves, then what are the opportunities?
Yes, I buy that. But I'm talking about the 1,200. When we're talking about experts who are in specialty fields who are leaving our country, technology, if we're leaving because of technology, if we're leaving because of math and science, that's serious brain drain. When we're talking about overall teaching, I don't buy it that way. And nursing, that is brain drain. Guess why? Because we're not producing enough nurses in Jamaica, right, to fill positions. So as much nurses as we produce, 500 maximum each year, we are losing 400 to other universities, to other countries in the world. We're losing 400 nurses and we're creating 500 each year. We only have 100 left over. And so that's a serious brain drain.
The math's good this morning, because
we're going to our hospitals and taking away the best of what we have to offer in the hospitals and bring them up for them, make enough more money, I must tell you. Wally, listen, a nurse who leaves Jamaica probably makes 150,000, if that much, a month. When they come to America, if them do them sing down there, $150,000 a month is about $100,000 or $1,000 a month here, right? When nurse come America, they might make 1,000 times 100, 1,000 times 200. So who wouldn't want to leave Jamaica at $1,000 a month? $100,000 a month. I mean, that's excessive. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It is really...
Just as I was commending you on your maths, you just went awry with your multiplication. So you're really not very good at the multiplication aspect of it. But I get it. If a nurse was earning $1,000 US, let's say 1,000, the equivalent of 100,000, 150,000 conservatively in Jamaica, they could earn over 300,000 per month.
10 times that, or even 20 times that if they're willing to do 3 jobs. Because all of it is
right. But them still doing one job, because we're comparing apples with
apples. Doing one job,
they're doing one job,
they can 10 times that. Yes, and they can drive them BMW and them Benz, and they can buy big house and everything.
Can I opine?
Yes, you can.
Certainly.
Can I opine? My mother's favorite word. Can I opine? Now I was listening back and forth to try to get clarification on brain drain, because my interpretation of brain drain, it's always been an issue growing up, was that we young people leave to go overseas in droves, and most of us do not return back to Jamaica to work. Like, yeah, we might provide inputs, whatever, but we do not return to the island to live, to work, to, you know, give our service. So based on that, I do think Jamaica has a serious brain drain.
I don't get your point.
Because there's a lot of great doctors, even the teachers that you talk about, most of them don't return back to the island. I said based on my interpretation of brain drain. I'm listening to see if the definition is different, because you have a different definition than Dr. Diana. So I was listening in, because I was saying based on my understanding is when we leave Jamaica in droves, come to the US or whichever part of the world, get our education, but we do not return back to Jamaica to work and contribute. Yes, we might give ideas, we might give whatever money, but we don't come back to help within by working within Jamaica. That is my understanding.
I get you. So what brain drain is?
Yours is different. I was listening in, but no.
What brain drain
my point is, this is my interpretation.
Okay, so what brain drain is when you take the best of the island or any country and move it into another space. And that space becomes richer and we become poor. So she makes...
They do, as you see, in Jamaican.
Hold on.
But me never done the point, you can't tell me, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay,
but so... you never make her finish speaking, Leo.
Finish the point. Okay, I wasn't.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. We have the best and brightest, but we have usually wherever I go, whatever, if I go to the hospital, the head one is always a Jamaican link or a Jamaican, wherever I go. Electrical engineering, Jamaican head. As you see, government, Jamaican head, all over the world. But to me, those people, yeah, they're outside. They didn't go back to Jamaica to help advance Jamaica, pull it ahead. So that to me is a brain drain. They are coming back, and
I'm saying that's not the brain. That's not brain drain.
People in Jamaica still.
Yeah, I'm saying that's not brain drain.
So what brain drain then?
Because we lose. Listen.
All right.
How much people leave Jamaica a year time? About 12,000. About 12,000 people leave Jamaica and come and find and other places. But that's not brain drain. What brain drain is when we get our best and brightest in droves to move from the country to another country, right? Meaning that if we are nurses and only one nurse left one time, that's brain drain. If we only have 900 mathematics teachers, in fact, I think we only had 900 mathematics teachers. If we lose 400, 500 hours that much, that is brain drain, because we don't have anybody to replace them. But not just because everybody leaves, that is a brain drain. Because people come to America and them were nothing when they left. They never have a JC or a GC and then come and further them studies at Jamaica, America, where they would not have had that opportunity in Jamaica. But they turn into big society and big CEO of companies and organizations. But that they didn't drain Jamaica like that. What we are talking about as brain drain is when the best and brightest in any particular sector or the entire nation leave the country in big and leave a vacancy that cannot be fulfilled in Jamaica. I think our teachers can be fulfilled easily.
All right. My definition of brain drain and how I interpret it is, for me, a loss of trained, competent, performing professionals who don't necessarily are leaving a void. Some of them are just simply trained and have not gained employment, so there is no void for them. That for me represents a brain drain, coupled with those who are in jobs who leave. For me, they don't have to leave in droves to be regarded as a brain drain. Any loss of competent, qualified professional from the Jamaican system is, for me, a loss, a drain on the capacity of our country to perform. So for me, that is a brain drain. I'm not going to get into the semantics of it. Any loss is bad.
Tell us. We have a lot of comments. Lorna said, when young people in Jamaica join the JDF and JCF, they are able to retire young and come to America, get a second career and retire. They end up with 2 pensions, so they can go back to Jamaica and survive. Stefano said the coward contributes to Jamaica significantly on a consistent basis.
This coward. And I want for you to recognize that he's speaking of himself. He says, this coward, contributes. Yes.
Jody said, Jamaican dollars for pay to buy US dollars for basic need item. Folks should be asking many questions, begin to truly see the way in which foreign countries take advantage of the opportunities Brainwell immigrants bring to their shore. Johnny said, those who leave should pay some sort of tax if they leave without trying to create solutions and collaborations. You cannot make me believe Jamaica is in an incorrigible nation and the future is lost. No. Let us focus on those things on those who want to come and share, since those who leave in a world that ship has sailed, they are not interested in the growth of their nation. Johnny said, Leo, be careful. Don't exaggerate the US salaries. They are crying here in the US, and we must take into account credentials. They don't necessarily become nurses here. Also, due to coronavirus, there are shortages in nurses, nursing schools, and many industries. The US is not going to tell you. Michelle, I did hear you say return back. Yes, I did. Thanks for the correction. Lorna said, I do not know that most people
it's a Jamaican speak. You return back, you reverse back, everything. What is wrong? She's speaking Jamaican. We don't need no correction.
I do know that most people that leave Jamaica contribute to family in Jamaica and educate their nieces and nephews that would not be able to further their education past high school. Paulette said that brain drain is the immigration of highly trained or intelligent people from a particular country.
All right, Ms. Paulette, yes, define up for you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Johnny said, 2 factors: you no longer have to leave to work in those countries. I have been a few discussions where many folks stay in their countries and make good salaries that is infused into their local countries and economy.
But Johnny, even those who leave literally and physically, even that represents a brain drain for me. That they are contributing their skill sets to some other country and not theirs, even though they're there. So it still represents a brain drain because they're not contributing to the Jamaican, using their expertise, using their skill sets in that country. So it's still a brain drain.
Okay, Philip
Even those
said,
who leave physically do continue to contribute, like Silvano says, he contributes, and just like you do, and like Michelle does, she send back her money, she comes, she visits, she does all of these things.
no, me not send
Everybody
money, me
still
give free
contributes.
legal advice or free
She get
advice.
free, but it's giving back. It's not tantamount to
That
money.
money.
It's a
Don't
financial
call me for money.
contribution.
Don't call me for money, people. Don't call me for money.
Michelle, you know me need no money.
Philip said we have critical shortage of nurses and teachers here in the US as well, despite the migration of nurses and teachers. Joni
Well, I
said,
am
so
willing to come, so only look a word there for me. I'm not a nurse though, but I can't pretend
I
that
can
part of
I can roast up a nurse job for you.
and you know, funny enough, right here in Florida too, they lost a lot of teachers. So I wonder if it's global because a lot of teachers have left the profession. I even saw
But
one
only
guy
leave the
said,
profession because you know we want more money and we are left
yeah, more
because
money.
we are come because for the money better.
Yeah, because say with minimum wage, they get paid better if they work at Walmart than if they work as a teacher. Johnny said, so true, Pastor Diana, in Florida. They had an article with teachers. No, they had
It depends on the level.
Teachers start paying Florida at $47,000. They might try to get more.
Yeah, they're trying to get more. But they said based on the minimum wage for some jobs, they had to leave to survive. So Florida had a large exodus of teachers for this year.
Yeah, but
guys, what I'm hearing is an opportunity for educators in Florida. So there are opportunities in Florida. If you don't have family, please find. If you don't have a little green card or anything, that's what I'm.
I mean, there's talk in Jamaica where they're looking at creating an inventory of teachers for export. There's talk all over Jamaica because we
need to talk.
Yeah, we are the best of training teachers and we're the best of training nurses throughout the world, right? And so there's talk about us creating an inventory of these kind of skills to export to other countries. And
Dr. Diana said it a few months ago. They're still in your idea, Dr. Diana.
I know. I know. Long time, so we must train for recruitment. Train for export. That's all we need to do. And I'm happy. I'm awaiting now to hear that Heart Trust endorses that movement because Heart is that training vehicle in Jamaica that has always been saying, oh, if it's for external export, you can't train for that. You have all these people who need to be trained, who are available for training in some field or the other to go to foreign, and yet them saying, oh, we can't train them because them have to pay because that is for local consumption. Oh, there is no need for it in this community. Foolishness. So I'm happy now I am waiting to hear that Heart Trust supports that so that they can train the young people and the young people them can go foreign and come back and build back them community. So,
great point. Oh my, okay. Johnny said, so should Dr. Diana. Michael said, Diane. BM said, everyone is saying the same thing. The US recruit nurses from Canada also. Johnny said, absolutely, Dr. Diana. The exposure of those who stay and...
I can't hear you.
You're not hearing me? You're hearing me now?
We're hearing her well.
Because you're party all night.
Hey, he is lazy this morning.
He is in a go.
He is lazy.
Jody said, absolutely, Dr. Diana. Exposure of those who stay and work for foreign entities will have sparks and ideas that they can be applied in their home countries. They can leverage their resume working for foreign companies, similar to when someone returns home and create businesses in business and technology sectors, take on leadership roles in industry and government sectors. Paulette said, hello, how about the exchange program for teachers? Nora said, have that. They don't have it anymore?
Yeah, man, they do have it from time to
time.
Not exchange for teachers. No, they don't have an exchange program. What the teachers do is they go on these summer breaks and they go. Yes, but they don't have a formalized. I'd love to set that up, but I don't know that they have that.
But it's only for 3 years with that 1 year extension.
Okay. Nora said, Jamaicans traditionally are migratory for socioeconomic advancement. My concern or focus is on those who have trained here at a subsidized cost. Should they be bonded here after being trained at the country's expense, or how do we release them but guarantee that they pay back? I think they should be bonded. Johnny,
yeah, but not all of them are trained at the country's expense. I want to first to be
every
clear.
teacher is trained at the country's expense.
For those
because every institution that trains teachers gets funded.
No, that's not true. So let me just shoot that down right away.
Hold on. Now, every public institution that trains teachers subsidies for training teachers, and what the teachers pay is a subsidized cost. So every teacher that leaves teaching college gets funded indirectly. However, is there a law that can bond? You have to look at the law whether or not they can bond them, because they didn't fully fund it.
Fulfill.
They didn't fully fund nursing. They didn't fully
fund. Could just pay back whatever money then cost over the years and done.
Yeah.
Because when I look at because doing immigration, you learn a lot of things. Because in other countries, some countries that even though they come here to work, some of the countries have a requirement for them to return. If they don't return, they have to do like non-profit work, join an organization, and help for them to be released from coming back.
Well, there's a safety net there that, Michelle.
Yeah, but I don't know. But Jamaica usually just release them. But I'm just saying with other countries, they definitely have to do it. They are required. They have to do it, or they're not going to release them.
Right.
Or they can't adjust status.
For example, in New York and in Florida, for example, they can't teach here unless they have experience. And the experience has to be like over 3 years or 4 years. So they have to have established
they have to have local experience, or they just need experience period.
Experience period.
So they have to get the experience in the Jamaican system and then just go foreign.
Oh yes, they can, but they have to have the experience. Okay. Even nursing, they're not accepting nurses out of college. You have to have at least 2 years of bedside before they do anything. So,
yeah, but my point was, when I was saying is that when they do come here, like I would say, they should be bonded to Jamaica, like what we're saying. For other countries, if they come here, like how you could adjust their status and they release it, the government release it and say, after you finish, you don't have to return. For other countries, you have to either go back home, or if you don't go back home, you have to prove that you are going to work with that non-profit.
That's an immigration thing.
It's not immigration, for those teachers that they
an employment
to come here.
Yes.
You have to get a waiver to adjust. But those countries, other countries have dealt with it, definitely have to do something in order to be released to allow them to not go back home after the contract, whatever contract they have expired.
But just to say, though, that it is I stand to be corrected, but I do believe that the nurses, once they complete study in the public nursing training institutions, they are bonded for a period, and they have to do, and I think it's probably 2 years. And similarly, the educators too are bonded, but there might very well be an option for them to pay to be released from the bond. Yeah. And I don't know what the terms are. But the truth is, it exists. The bonding exists. But the truth is that, like many things, there is no enforcement. There's no accountability. So you leave, they might catch up with you for they know Leo Gillen. So then I say, oh, Leo gonna farm, thinking they get trained out of some shop. How much year him do? And Leo, they do the 2 years. So him good, him can go on.
Yeah, but I think
it's more an enforcement. I will look it up and come back and answer the question. There is a time it was bond.
Yeah, the good thing is that they need experience in America, right? So that period that they need in America could serve as a bonding for Jamaica in a safe way. So that's like, if you want to be a teacher in America, you have to do your 2 years or 3 years in Jamaica first before they consider you.
Right, but I'm saying that the majority of them would have done that anyway, because there is a bonding period for most of them, the nurses and the educators. I'll just verify next time around, next Saturday, what is that period. But you see, enforcement and accountability, enforcement is the issue.
They never seen a document. They never signed a document.
But enforcement is the issue. You see, some are going to schools. Some are going to school sideways. Some are go because out of the right system. Some don't come out. People never even know someone they did it.
Okay, Paulette said. Okay, Nora said. I read that. Johnny said, are people aware that foreign visa is a money-making entity? Well, it fund their own department, the government. So yeah. Nora said correctly, a public university/college. Johnny said, I am ready to direct people to training. Only thing is that once trained, where can they apply for jobs in Jamaica? That's what's lacking, the inroads to hiring managers in various sectors. This would not mean begging for a visa or spending time and money. Let us
Like everyone beg for visa, what do you?
Yeah, let's use Singapore as a model of infrastructure building and economic growth.
After Singapore use us for that.
Okay, Philip said in the 70s, the government trained nurses for 3 years, and after graduation, we had to work for 2 years before you can leave. And then the US Embassy would deny nurses a visitor's visa. Hence, they got to other non-visa required countries, work for some time, and then apply for a visa there to the US. At the 70s, you see?
Yes.
Say that again.
At the 70s, they changed stuff.
I like that.
In the 70s, the government trained nurses for 3 years, and after graduation, you had to work for 2 years before you can leave. And then the US Embassy would deny nurses a visa.
Right. So you wouldn't get no visa.
You couldn't get a visa. But I notice always the 70s, after the 70s, then change it. Remember, Leon tell us about the food program and school, and then they change it, like
free education. Free education. And that
like,
was
what happened. See, that was bad.
The United States government has funded a lot of the universities in America because they are short on nurses. And so they have funded the universities to train nurses because they know they're short. And it's a lot of money they get. What money they get to train nurses. Go ahead. I don't know that the nurses in the 70s paid any money to go to college. They didn't have to pay anything. Now, nurses have to pay or they have to take out a loan to go to nursing school. It's a different thing.
Well, the truth of the matter, is that the system in Jamaica needs to free up the nursing training availability to more institutions. There is this rigid hurdles that people have to go through, hoops and loops, in order to set up a nursing program at your institution. You have to be endorsed by this and supported and approved by this. There's so many hurdles. So you have NCU as a private place, you have UWI, and you have 1 and 2 other places who offer the nursing, but so many other institutions have been coming to the table saying, give us the authority to train and prepare nurses. And there's these significant hurdles. Those are system processes and policies that needs to be revamped.
Okay.
But then perhaps not impacting the 1%.
Let me read a lot of comments before we run out of time. Donnie said, yes, guys, early in my healthcare and IT career, I was funded.
Yep.
I don't like the bonded idea. The government can eventually use that to ban immigration of everyone.
I'm not hearing your criteria. You gotta put yourself.
Mark said, I don't like the bonded idea. The government can eventually use that to ban immigration of everyone. Ingrid said, I send back money to friends and family. I love my country, but I had to leave because I couldn't afford to pay rent and afford basic needs. But I go back often. Not only that, but my health was getting bad. I stopped those health issues because less stress. I plan to return soon. Philip said from the Philippines, they have a 5-year contract. Philip said in the 70s, we were bonded. I think that was the time my mom started teaching. She was. Mark said, Ingrid, that is the case for most people we leave. We don't have to feel any guilt from anyone to pursue opportunities.
Exactly.
Said, to a nurse job here as a foreign nurse, you have to pass the CGFNS nurse exam. Oh, yeah.
Long exam.
Yeah, they have to fly here and do it. Johnny said, Leo, in the US, if the employment application fine print gas, the bond has the bond. I guess you mean has.
What? I don't understand. Say it again.
It's fine print. She said, if the employment application's fine print, it has the bond, the word bond in it. It's fine print.
In the United States?
Yeah.
Yes.
For nursing?
The employment application have a little part with them bonding you.
Bonding you from what? You mean, I don't know.
No, move on for we're running out of time and you have enough.
You have to ask her to clarify that, because how would your employment...
Johnny, with Leo not following, you know, Leo
how would your employment application have a bond on it? I don't get that.
Perhaps the nurses who are trained who for employment they're bonded, but they don't even see that they're bonded within the US. I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't get it. Yeah, but I think
Philip. So the government needs to sponsor more public programs for nurses or teachers. Yes, Philip.
Yeah, VM said was not that because of socialism during Michael Manley's time. Johnny said
because of growth.
Revamp that old guard approach to hiring and acquire jobs and career. Johnny said, I was kidnapped by my parents who told us we were going to Disney World. That's how she come up foreign. Then
yeah. I remember in the 70s, the late 70s, when Michael Manley said, there are 5 flights to Miami every day. If you want, you can leave. And a lot of people left.
Okay. Raymond said the bottom line is to pay an equitable salary to teachers and nurses. Johnny said for all employment,
quite agree, Raymond, very much
that you are not free to leave without some penalty.
Right.
YouTube people don't feel left out. Let's start at the bottom. Pauline said the big industrialized countries. Valda returned back. Come on, we're Jamaican. Pauline said, hi Leo, you are totally correct. The big industrialized are manipulating the situation. Roy. Reggae Boy said, a number of professionals leave Jamaica and yet support the country within their respective specialties without actually returning. So technically, no loss. Valerie said Jamaican dollars. Valerie said they are starting the nurses at about 6 million a year in the US alone. I mean, if you go to nursing.
Well, I tell you, what age you can get in a nursing?
Jamaican dollars. Yeah, I guess you mean Jamaican dollars. 6 million Jamaican dollars. Come on, I have to go switch.
Yeah, but me still want to know.
Valda said.
You want to
know. Okay, answers.
I want to apply to a nursing school. Said, anybody in foreign can give me a scholarship to do nursing in the States.
Well, so we want to acknowledge that the Jamaican teachers are also serving Jamaican students in foreign countries. That is true. Horace Ward said, yes, force, pursue him. He's a public servant and employee of the people, including diaspora. The form is being admirably and responsibly courteous. Mr. V, may I show up? One love.
Thank you, Horace.
What happened to thing there?
That's Diana, that's Horace Ward. That's
I think I'm caught up.
Oh, hi, Father Horace. Good. Good to see. With all this talk about diaspora and migration and relocation, I thought I would read one of my favorite Louis Bennett Coverley's pieces, Colonization in Reverse. What a joyous news, Miss Mattie. I feel like my heart going bust. Jamaican people colonizing England in reverse. We could add Canada and the mighty US to that. By the 100, by the 1,000, from country and from town, by the shipload and the plane load, Jamaica is England bound. Them a pour out of Jamaica, everybody future plan is to get a big time job and settle in the motherland. What a island, what a people, man and woman, old and young, just a pack them bag and baggage and turn history upside down. Some people don't like travel, but for sure them loyalty, them all are open up a cheap fare to England agency. And week by week, them shipping off them countrymen like fire for immigrate and populate the seat of the empire. Wanna see how life funny? Wanna see the turnabout? Jamaica live for box bread out of English people mouth. I think I'd stop there, but I thought it was ideal selection as we look at the migration.
I always love Diana when she does Miss Lou stuff. She does it very well. I had gone ahead and asked my daughter about bonding of nurses because she's a nurse educator in Jamaica. And so I asked her, were you bonded after college? She said, no. when the nursing program was offered by the government, when they were attached to the hospitals, they used to bond you. But then since 2002, the nursing education program is now under the Ministry of Education, and they don't bond anymore.
Okay, that's good. They changed it because this was in the 70s. That's what he was saying in the 70s.
No, but up to 2002, they were bonded. But after 2002, based on what
so that was a bad decision. That's what they
So that was a poor decision. That was
poor
decision.
Because it's because the people never pay them want to fear, they want to wear.
Yes, but then and that's fine.
Before the government was paying for it, but now the government not paying for it, they are putting a ban on the people.
Not help them at all.
No matter. All they do is minimize the amount of people when the amount of nurses that can be certified each year.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. If you're not really help somebody pay for something and they pay their way, you can't tell them what to do. So that's on the government. If they want to retain them,
right? And if that applies to the educators, then certainly you can't.
That's exactly right.
You can't. If it applies to the educators as well, if did that change too? There is no bonding. So
so maybe go back to offering free programs again for people to go teaching, nursing.
That was Michael Manley's position. I don't think Michael Manley's thoughts are going to go well these days, because we're in a free enterprise system. Whether we want to acknowledge that it's capitalistic, and so I don't know that's going to come back anytime soon.
Yeah, because sometimes I always say to myself, like some of the things from the past work. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's okay to see what worked and maybe re-implement them.
Didn't work for me.
That's just my opinion. It didn't work for you, but you weren't bonded. You just get it free teaching and what you want.
I run away.
I am the good representative of a coward.
Yeah, you are, because you're not patriotic. When they say we are not patriotic, you are not patriotic.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a great representative of a coward.
You should have stayed. My mother got her free education and she had a duty. She stayed 40 years. Government name pay her good.
Mrs. Deputy Mayor, thank you.
You're welcome. She could not afford to buy shoes or send her pitney to school, but she stayed in her profession for 40 years.
And that is commendable, but it doesn't mean that others have to suffer such fate when there are other opportunities.
Yeah, true. She had opportunities too, surprisingly, because she got opportunities to leave Jamaica and to teach elsewhere, but she chose to stay. But that's her. She always wanted to be a teacher. That's just her. She didn't even want to be a principal. She wanted to teach. Yeah, that's her joy. And that's why you can't reprimand or judge people, because if you have a passion for something, no matter if the money not good, you're gonna stay with your passion. So it is what it is.
Perhaps if we started by
let's solve that problem.
Why am I going to solve the problem?
You are the head of the education task force, and you are trying to find a solution to help improve education. You are going to figure out a way to help solving that problem. You're already providing training to teachers to bring them up to date on what's happening in the world. So you will find a solution. Maybe robot is a solution. We don't know. But you will.
Teachers, it's nurses and police officers and everybody. So
one fight at a time. One fight at a time. One fight at a time. Teaching. One fight at a time.
They are going to robotize teaching. My God Almighty.
But that piece of robot, who them are going to fight? Them are going to fight the robot.
I remember when I was going to college, and the professor used to be somewhere else, another state, but then he would teach us on the board. When they have the blackboard thing, when it just came out, where he was teaching the class. So wherever he was writing on the board, we could see it in our classroom and follow along and do it. So he was teaching multiple classes in different locations. So maybe they could do that too. I don't know.
Yep. See, technology using it.
And that was what? I won't give my age, but that was decades ago. So Jamaica come forward.
Well, Leo, can't even talk about that.
Okay, Johnny said, well, Leo, confession is good for the soul.
What did I confess for now? What did I confess to?
Say you never serve your bonding.
Oh.
I'll lock you up when you reach Jamaica next time. Watch out.
Listen. I left teachers college and I went straight into life insurance with Life of Jamaica, and so I never taught, but it was a good way for me to get out of Arocabessa. And I tell you, Arocabessa was dead. The banana industry gone down, and we were a ghost town. So I needed to leave Arocabessa, and I got the opportunity to do so.
I like that you share that, and it wakes for me that we should ask the question: why did people leave why did you migrate? You left because Arocabessa was dead, and you didn't want to do bananas.
Yeah. I mean, I would have become if I'm telling you, I was in an all-age school, and the all-age school only went up to grade 9. They changed that to a secondary school. We got to go into 5 years of secondary school. But if they didn't change that all-age school and banana was still there, I would be a banana man. There's no doubt. Because that's how they were.
There's a Banana Man song. What's the Banana Man? Song of the Banana Man.
It's a poem.
Yes, let me see if I find it for you.
And so I give thanks to all who supported me to leave Arocabessa, and that was the government during that period, right? Because they had free education, and I was able to go to Sam Sharp Teachers College, and I love Sam Sharp Teachers College. They put me on Montego Bay, and I have an affinity. I have a love for Montego Bay, and I don't like that we're hearing a lot of crime coming out of Montego Bay, because it's not one of the things that I like to hear.
We're trying to keep Leo calm. So Ingrid said they need to pay better salary, benefits, and housing. If that was the case, most people wouldn't leave. Philip said nurses are now paying their way, and it's 4-year training instead of 3 years. 3 years MOH, Ministry of Health, 4 years now with the MOE. Oh, with Ministry of Education.
You have to have a bachelor's degree to leave.
So was that the best thing to put it under the Ministry of Education? VM said, okay. VM said my aunt was trained in England and she went to Jamaica to work. She worked for many years and it was not about money. That's true. VM, Jude said, so a long time Leo a coward. Immigrating
long time.
Michael said, I didn't complete my bond either. Oh, we are getting a lot of confession.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. I'm mindful of the time, and I think that
we have a few more comments.
And go to YouTube if there's any comments in YouTube.
Yeah, we have a few more comments. Joni said, Leo, you still have the vibe. Philip said, I went back and did my bond at KPH. So Philip went back. Paula said, very sorely, sometimes you have to do what you have to do to survive. Right?
YouTube?
YouTube. Okay. No more comments on YouTube.
All right, guys. So we've been looking at loyalty and migration and diaspora and all of those things. And I think that we should ponder over the next couple of days the national pledge. Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body, in the service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race, wherever we are at. Let us just bear that in mind.
I tell you that I read that yesterday, and I thought it's a well done prayer or whatever it is, right?
Yes.
I love the words. It brings you back into what you should do as a human being, and yes. I actually love the words of that.
And then I'll probably do one stanza from Evans Jones' Song of the Banana Man for Leo. Tourist white man wiping his face met me in the Golden Grove marketplace. He looked at my old clothes, brown with stain, and soaked right through with the Portland rain. Oh, we should have put St. Mary rain. He cast his eyes. He turned up his nose. He said, "You're a beggar man, I suppose." He said, "Boy, get some occupation. Be of some value to your nation." Leo is of value to his nation. And all our own in the diaspora who continue to serve.
Michelle is a value too. Let's
all
not
of
forget
in the
Michelle. I know we plan
diaspora
the
who
party.
continue
I
to
never invite
serve.
me.
All of in the diaspora.
I'm a promise. I'm a possibility. You know.
I'm a promise.
Even if you're not physically serving, just the mere fact that you came here to do justice to yourself and your family is great enough as a Jamaican. You flying the flag of Jamaica high, because when you go in and you work in an environment, people know that you're a Jamaican. It makes a difference for us. It makes us proud to be Jamaicans. It makes us proud when you go out there and work your butt off to make the job the best job in the world. And we can ask
Jamaica.
Right.
Why am I thinking frozen again?
Yes. I think this was a really great show.
Without me. I hope police
Never
come
mind
back
that.
it off. But that's just
the gunshots, because me hold up your end of the bargain, you know. No, you throw me under the bus.
All right, stop. No, don't bother go back there, guys. We've had a great show. It's midday. I thank you so much for joining us. Wanna keep safe. Who going to party and keep it to themselves.
I will police lock it off. What the address?